In this video, I had a lav mic on, but it died. So I hope you guys don't mind the fish tank noise. I am not going to re-record this because it would defeat the purpose of me not knowing what the questions were.
It's another year, a whole new year. Can you believe that? Let's address the elephant in the room. Fish tank. This fish tank is somewhat relatively new. If you guys saw last year's Q&A, there was pretty much nothing there. But now, I got a fish tank. I know a couple of people suggested it, so I actually did. So here we are. It was a lot prettier when I first bought it, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, by the end of this year, I'll be able to make this a lot more cleaner, because a lot of unexpected shit happened, and I was pissed off about it. It wasn't that bad, but let me tell you, it all started when one family member had a window open and the sunlight hit this, and it... Anyway, today I'm going to be answering your guys' questions. I have zero clue what any of the questions were. I have my notifications off, and to start off this new year, because I am currently recording this on January 1st. It is officially January 1st. All my relatives left, and I quite frankly want to go to sleep. But that's fine, that's fine. I'm here to answer your guys' questions, so let's do that. I had one individual on my account to screenshot the YouTube shit, and apparently a lot of you guys asked the same questions a lot. So there's not that much, apparently, on the YouTube side of things, but I'm interested to see stuff on the Google form that I had left in the description. So without further ado, let's go on to our first question. Does your cat have a single thought inside its brain? We're off to an amazing start. How did Whiskey look like in that video? I'm gonna assume he was probably, you know... What did he even look like in that video? Probably, I have no idea. He, like, does his own thing half the time, so, yeah. Like right now, he's asleep. In my bed. Center of the bed, by the way. Do you plan on ever doing more Japanese songs again? I really do miss your playlists that you'd play on stream, and your music on the genre. I know you said it was becoming oversaturated or overrated, but any chance we'd get more of it?
Yeah, so like yesterday I had posted a music video, I Can't Stop the Loneliness, and that surprised a lot of people because yes, in my prior Q&A, I spoke about J-pop and the genre of it, and I was pretty critical of it because I just felt like it was being oversaturated. I guess the best way to put it, And listen, I'm not here to hate on people that like it because I do like it, It's a very interesting contrast because I grew up with the genre, I don't get me wrong, like I grew up with a lot of like just very old music that are like from my grandparents' genre or even my parents' genre, and that's kind of just what I've had grown up listening to and what I like, Like I grew up listening to like artists like Elvis Presley, Dean Martin, Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, just to name a few, the Rolling Stones, Queen, like even like rock bands like that, Chuck Berry for one, And J-pop was a very different because I remember listening to it as a kid because, like my parents, like they were the ones that had listened to it, At the time, I was seen as weird, but now it seems to be a big trend on the internet, so yeah. It's like, wow, I got made fun of it, and now everybody, because it's cool and quirky, everybody wants to jump ship onto it. That's kind of like how I felt a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I am happy that there are people that, are now listening to it and enjoying this type of music. I just knew that there was a time where it just started becoming repetitious, overplayed, oversaturated. Dare I say overrated, Because at what point does a song have so many views to the point where it's like, it's no longer underrated? Like, I'm going to be like, hot take, but that's a question that, you guys could decide, I guess, I know numbers nowadays on social media are heavily inflated, so like, take that in as you will. How are you so sexy, dog? Q&A question, by the way. I don't know. I
don't know how to answer that.
Well, thank you for the compliment. As for the question, good hygiene. That's all I gotta say. Just good hygiene. Since you're starting to do a lot of bigger projects and things outside of the online internet space, do you plan on having separate socials dedicated to said outside projects? Example, since you do photography, do you think about making a photography account? That's a really good question, actually. At one point, there was a time where I wanted to separate some of my things because, as a lot of you guys may or may not know, I do freelance photography, and there have been times where I kind of, I really did want to like create like a social media page just dedicated for like my freelance stuff and whatnot, But I just
never really got a chance to do that, you know?
I mean, don't get me wrong, there are definitely some things where I definitely had like an account dedicated to just my work stuff, for example, and like my personal self. Like, for example, I have a work Twitter account. I'm just using those as an example. I have a work Facebook account because, I mean, sometimes at the time, reporters or whoever would send us links that people submitted for us to show on the news, and they would be photos and videos. And sometimes we wouldn't be able to see the photos or videos unless we had a Facebook account. And no way in hell am I going to sign into my personal account. So I remember just creating an account, with my work email just for work purposes, It's pretty much all the socials, I believe. And don't get me wrong, there was a point in time where, like, for example, since I know you mentioned photography, I'll use this one as an example. I know there was a time where I wanted to make a, like, photography Instagram account, just dedicated to, like, my freelance work. I don't know why, I just never got to it, I just still have the one, so let it be clear, let it be known. I only have one Instagram account. I don't have a backup account. I don't have any alt accounts. Only one. But yeah, no, it's a really good question, though. I still think about it to this day, but I don't see it happening anytime soon as of right now. What are your plans for next year? Can we expect to get Best VTuber at the Friendship/Streamer Awards? That would be cool, not gonna lie. That would be really Potter's Twitch reference. Yes, I do remember. Yep, that definitely, yeah, yes, I know. I'm not really technically, by definition, a VTuber. I mean, my icon is kind of just a PNG. I mean, a PNG tuber is what they call it, I believe. Shout out to Tiana for making that. I know she made me that for the video that I helped her work on years ago. She told me, yeah, you can also use it for like being a PNG tuber, and I didn't know what that was, to be quite honest with you. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't really too familiar with VTubing either, and so she showed me how to set it up, and I've still kept that to this day. But as for being invited to the Streamer Awards, aka Friendship Awards, I highly doubt it. It would be cool though. Fuck it, I'm making my own.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my own now.
That appears to be all the questions on the YouTube side. Oh, like I guess I didn't fucking want to show your identity. All right, I see how it is. Let's go to the Google Forums now. I know you said you would stop uploading one video a month, but this year looks like you are still doing it. Was that an idea for feedback or something you actually want to change or do?
Yeah, you caught me red-handed on that one.
For my Q&A video for the start of 2025, I said that I sent a message to myself, which was to please stop doing one video a month.
One thing's for sure about 2025 that I have to change, and I have to say it on camera, or else I'm just gonna fucking forget. I need to stop doing one video per month. That is just gonna have to be just completely thrown out the window. 2025, I need to stop uploading one video a month.
It's a hard habit for me to break, so I kind of it's kind of weird because, like, I got into this rhythm of doing it, and I still did it, even though I said I wasn't going to. Like, what the fuck? Let me play it for the record, because I'm gonna say it right here. It's recorded, and this time I actually have to say, stop uploading one video a month. Please. There's a lot going on. I know you love doing it. I know it's a thing that you got going, but it's time to stop. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I hated it. It wasn't bad by any means. It's just that I'm starting to do videos now where I kind of just need that extra time. And on top of that, things are changing, and it's like I don't want to get too personal here, A lot of things are happening that I have to maintain. Future me, you got it. Just relax a little bit.
Well, I will certainly try.
Again, it's kind of weird, though, because, like, I know I hated doing the schedule and whatnot, Because, again, like, in 2020, I used to upload one video a week, and I hated that. It was complete burnout to me, I hated it so much. And when I tried doing one video a month, it was actually, like, gave me enough time at the time to make the projects and videos that I wanted to do. Now, the things that I would like to do, I need a little bit more time. And, of course, like, it's the way, kind of balance that out. So it's like, I wish this was all I was doing full time, because hey, I might be able to do the things that I want to do, or like post more frequently, like, you know what I mean. I would like to upload more because that would be really fun to do, but also I gotta be realistic here. Like, the things that I want to do, I can't do that. You know what I mean? That's It's unfortunate. I don't want to keep repeating myself now. Do you own any mirrorless cameras? Yes, I do. I own a couple of mirrorless cameras. I own the Sony A6500. I own the Sony FX, some fucking dumbass. I'll pop it up on screen if I don't remember. I own a Canon R5. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I have used a lot of cameras throughout my times. After being on YouTube for the past 19 years, what have you noticed changed? That's a really good question, actually. A lot has changed. A lot has changed when it came to layouts, when it came to rules, policies, trends, and whatnot, and just a lot has definitely changed. I remember this one thing that a YouTuber said to me that was just because they asked me, when did I start doing YouTube? I remember I replied back by saying I started back in 2006 because that's when I started my channel. And I guess they were really just mind-bogged by that because I remember they looked at me and they went, wow, you missed out on a lot of trends to get big. And it was like, I understand why people do trends because it works, but also at the same time, I'd probably be more dead of a channel if I were to follow trends, you know? Like, look at back then when fidget spinners were like the hot craze, you know? Do you think those people that made exclusively fidget spinner content are still big to this day? Hey, subscribe to my channel, they'll win a free gift card giveaway. Check out this fidget spinner, you can win a new iPhone, yada, yada, yada. All you gotta do is hit subscribe. Like, do you think that those kind of people are still relevant to this day? You don't see them anymore. I never wanted to be a trend hopper, you know, just going whatever is fucking big and whatnot, you know? I just wanted to make shit that I like, you know? Occasionally, maybe I'll talk about a trending topic, you know? You know, that can happen, you know? But at the same time, it was just like being exclusively a trend hopper, people are going to see, people are going to know, and people aren't really going to, like... If that's all I did exclusively, that'd just be stupid. And people would think I'm stupid. But then again, the person that told me this fucking made, like, shitty Roblox videos with fake codes to give the kids. So take that in as you will. I've learned a lot through YouTube, and it's helped me a lot. As weird as that may sound. I mean, hell, I don't think I would be in the position that I was if it wasn't for me making these stupid videos. And most importantly, you guys and your support. Like, holy shit, like, I'm gonna just be real with you, you know what I mean? A lot of it has changed when it comes to like the creators that come and go, the internet culture in general, you know, just memes also are like it's so different than how it was years ago, you know, because like things that are popular now make local news coverage versus the memes that were like years ago. Like, I remember when like the biggest trend that was on the internet that got media coverage was probably like Gangnam Style. Nowadays, any stupid fucking meme will just make it on the news, you know? Which makes sense of why people are so confused by the newer generation's language. Fucking not even I know, you know? But what do I know? Do you plan on making an updated version on your AI video? I would honestly quite love to. It would just be outdated the moment I make it, or the moment I release it. Hell, probably the moment I'm writing it. Like, I remember I posted that video. In the video, I talked about AI video and how, like, oh, fuck, like, no one has touched it, you know, since, like, in the video, right? And 3 days later, the moment I published that video, OpenAI releases Sora. Not Sora 2 that we know today. I mean by, like, Sora 1, like the old Sora. First released Sora. I was like, seriously? That whole section when I talk about video, already outdated. So I would love to make a video updating it, you know? But I've also realized that there's probably people that just may not find it that interesting because, you know, AI is like a buzzword nowadays. So like, if I don't like AI, I'm probably not going to want to watch an educated video on how AI works. Like, you know what I mean? That could be a blessing or a curse, depending on how you want to look at it. What is your main vlogging camera? I'm using it right now. It is the Canon 70D. I'm not joking. There it is. See it right there, Canon 70D. This camera has seen shit. I've used this camera, I think, as far back as 2014. And the fact that it's still working to this day, insane to me.
I could talk so much about this camera, holy fuck.
It's a really good camera, I'll tell you that. I know it's kind of funny because I have like these cinema cameras and whatnot, you know, that I use for my documentaries, but for my vlogs, it's the 70D. I really love it. I think before this, I was using the Canon EOS Rebel T5, and I hated that camera. I could go on for ages on why I hated that camera. So this 70D was an absolute monumental upgrade. It was quite literally a game changer. Where is the Christmas album? It's not happening. Stop asking. Remember, we had a deal, which was if you guys got me 200 petitions, I would make a Christmas album. Didn't happen. Can't ask you guys to help me for anything. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. I know you guys had your actual genuine critiques here. Jokes aside, though, like I do understand the criticism when it came to like the pricing and whatnot. I'm not too upset about it, you know. According to them, when I talked to Makeshift, when I saw them at Recon, they said that I was the smallest channel to work with them. And I guess it's kind of fitting that it went fucking nowhere. So, you know, would have been really funny if I would have been able to make it being the smallest channel and whatnot. It would have set something, but never happened. I do remember the critiques about it being like the price being way too high, because for those that live internationally, for example, or just even here in the US, you know, you purchase something, sure, it's $32, which is already a lot for a plushie that people were telling me. But when you go to the final checkout, you're pretty much paying for like what? $60, $70. If you're outside paying internationally, it's like 80 or something. And I understand why people didn't want to do it, you know? Although it's really funny, because then you see people buy whatever the fuck these, I'm not even gonna show them up on screen, but just, you know what I mean? So like, I get it. And what's quite funny is that when that whole thing had pretty much flopped, YouTube's has actually reached out, and we did something, and again, it didn't go anywhere, because the main disagreement, or the main thing that I had, was the pricing, because I wanted to price in a way where it was like people can actually buy it without having to deal with, like, you know, ooh, fees and tax and shipping, you know. And it was a small disagreement, and you know, you can't win them all, you know. Who knows? Maybe I'll come up with something, and maybe you guys might actually get a Christmas album if you do your part. Don't know when, don't know what, but who knows? Not promising anything though. At the end of your VidCon 2025 vlog, what is the anime figure I saw? I haven't released a VidCon 2025 vlog.
Do you mean my 2024 VidCon? You have to have me in my VidCon 2024, because my 2025 VidCon has not been released yet.
Oh, I think I know what you talked about now. I saw a little glimpse of it. Is it this? Okay. Let's address the elephant in the room then. That is a gift that was given to me on my birthday. For context, I don't even know where to begin, but to rip the band-aid straight off, one of my friends, Sophia, she gave me that for my birthday. And she did it because she knows that I hate anime. And the problem is that, like, I didn't know how expensive anime figures were. So, like, when I got it, I was gonna, like, the thing that came up in my mind was, like, I'm gonna give this away, or I'm gonna hide it, or, like, I'm gonna fucking sell it, you know? But, like, that, I immediately knew as I was thinking that was an absolute dick move. So I didn't. I was like, it's a gift. Like, they spent so much money on it because it was expensive. I fucking didn't know how expensive fucking these dumb anime figures were.
I'll put it on display in my room. No one's gonna fucking see it. No one doesn't go to my fucking room unless I'm filming in that one area that you see. But, like, you know, it's pretty much, that's the gist of it all.
Do you have plans on selling your singing fish? No. I sometimes get this question. I don't think I got it last year, but sometimes I get this question. No, I do not plan on selling any of my singing fish. I know there was this rumor in the singing fish community that I was going to sell them, or that I did sell them. I know there's also rumors about me wanting to private my videos, or had privated my videos and pretended that I never collected them all. To put the record straight, that's complete bullshit. I know I've been very critical of the Gemmy community. I will say that. Still stand by them to this day. And so I have no plans on selling them because, I mean, part of the channel, you know, like, looking back, I could probably be able to sell a lot of them and make some pretty good money off of it, I think, but I really have no plans on, like, selling them at all. Actually, what surprise! I still got people in the Gemmy community watching. Hi, people in the Gemmy community, I do have a genuine question to ask you, and that is, actually, this is a question for you guys now. People strictly in the Gemmy community, I'm very curious, as somebody that no longer makes these singing fish videos anymore, and has distanced myself from the community, you know, I'll say it, I'll admit it, you know, has left, you know. Why do you guys still stay? I'm not trying to be hateful and be like, you guys could, you know, like, you guys should shoo or leave, but it's an interesting question. I stopped doing them, but, like, what is very interesting about the content that I make now that you guys want to stay, you know? I don't mean that in a rude way. I guess I can ask that about, like, literally anything to anyone, like, what made you guys still want to stay on the channel? So that's probably a very tone-deaf question, but is interesting. But you know what, you Gemmy collectors out there? I'll give you this. I'll give you this little tease. I have dare I say, 6 videos, maybe technically 5. A couple of them are a documentary, maybe, that are related to the Jemmy community, the Sing of Fish and whatnot. I'm going to be very transparent with you. These videos that I have are by no means in my top priority. They are probably a very low priority. One of them is very, very interesting that I don't want to spoil. 7 if you're lucky, but I don't know. Do you want a VTuber model? I'm picturing you holding a mic and you wearing a uniform, including your hat. Matter of fact, this was a conversation that I believe Cookie had with me a while ago. Is this you, Kofi? The thing is that, like, I wouldn't mind trying out VTubing or whatever, you know. I think that's very fascinating. It's just that my current character is just so iconic right now. Like, people are so used to it, and I'm so used to it that it would feel weird me changing it. Like, you know what I mean? I really gotta think. I'm not opposed to the idea. I think it'd be really nice. Also, I like how you put down picturing me holding a microphone. All I gotta do is take my current PNG tuber and just have him holding a microphone. Be quite redundant, actually, because... what do I know? Do you plan on doing a PewDiePie 2028 campaign? Wow, that's actually a pretty good question. Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know when I did the 2024, I knew that one was gonna, like, be something pretty big, and I know there's a lot of funny jokes, potentials that I could, you know, do with it, you know? I mainly did it for that one gag because I thought it would be quite funny to do, poke some jabs, you know, throw some humor at a time that I thought, you know, we can all laugh at each other, you know? I don't really see myself doing it again. If you guys want me to, I mean, I'd be down to do it again, you know, like, cause I can probably come up with some more funny jokes to, you know, more funny campaigns to come up with, you know, and sure, like, I'll go harder than before if you want me to, you know? But yeah, I'm not much of a, like, political person, and it's like, I don't see I just plan on doing it for the 1 year. But you know what, damn it. If America needs me again, I will do it again. Are you going to react to your scheduled video from 2020? And are we going to get a 2030 prediction now, lol? Oh, yeah, I have not watched that video. I probably should, actually. I've been wanting to do a reaction to it. Although, if it does get spoiled to me, I don't really care. I'm not going to, like, try and avoid watching it, you know? Like, if it happens, it happens, you know? I do want to react to it. And as for doing a 2030 prediction, oh yeah, that would be really fun to do. I'll probably do it right after I'm done with this recording shoot, and then I will record my 2030 predictions, and then what I'll do, I'll actually have it edited and visually look, I'll probably have it look the same as what I did on my 2025 video. Yeah, I'll keep that trend going. I'll try to. We'll see. I don't know. I'll think of something, you know. Since you're slowly getting to the point where you've got a small team with you, whether it be friends who help edit or artists have animate or thumbnail design for you, as a team leader or quote boss or manager director, whatever position you call it, what have you learned from just the small team you've already gathered? Well, that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like the idea of, like, having an editor to edit videos for me, or I wanted to do everything myself, you know, because I really do love editing and filming and all this shit, you know. I really love doing that, you know, graphic designs, whatever the fuck you want to put it, you know. When I was doing full-time school and work, you know, before I had gotten my degree, and, like, when working full-time, I only had, like, 1 day off, you know. I like, out of the whole 7 days, only 1 of them I had off. And that was very difficult when I was doing, you know, 1 video a month. I probably should have just stopped it there, but, you know, I did it. And I've had other friends in the past, like, you know, edit slightly for me, you know. Like, I've had Bitterly help me out with shit like that, you know. It all started off with Adam Kayun, who has been, you know, a frequent editor here. And another one, Adam Kairos, who's also been an editor on this channel. They both do an amazing job, you know. They've helped me out on, like, tight deadlines or things that I wouldn't be able to get done by myself because I'm always busy, you know, having 1 day off, and it's kind of difficult, you know. I remember asking them for help, and it makes the process so much faster. It's so insane, you know, like, it was absolutely crazy, and I kind of liked it, you know. I did pay them at this point, you know, because I was like, they're helping me take time out of their day. I might as well compensate them a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can put this shit on their fucking resume if they want to and say, like, hey, I did this and I got paid for it, you know? And I thought that was an absolute win, because I was able and willing to, you know, shell out the money to, you know, give them to help edit and whatnot and benefit them in the long run, to be like, yeah, this project that I edited for, I got paid to do, and I think that was really fun. And same goes with the artists, because we have a lot of talented artists, and I was just like, I was shocked, because I was like, me getting fan art, I would have never thought I'd get, you know what I mean? And so the fact that I even got fan art, that people were doing it for free to show their support, was just mind-boggling to me. So then I had some, I've had people that you guys know, Hyde, Siege, Sylvie, like a few, way more than a few others, help me, fucking do art for the channel, thumbnail designs, animate, like I said, and I love that, and I love giving the artists that have helped me, draw shit for me, and giving them exposure and whatnot, and, letting other people see their talent work here at the channel as well. I really love working as a team now, The thing is that, like, I don't want to go, like, I'm worried about going too big, because, like Mr. Beast style big, to the point where, like, am I a company now? Like, what the fuck? I don't know, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be too detached, but the small thing that I got going right now, I really do love, because I'm able to learn from other people on how they edit, and I'm able to teach them on how I edit. Genuinely a really fun process, and I do enjoy it, Keep in mind, my job is editing, and when I get home, I'm already tired from editing. Like, it's hard to motivate myself to edit my own stuff after just doing a long days of work, of directing and editing. So, like, if there's one thing that I've gathered, I really do enjoy, like, the people that, like, have helped me out, the friends that, like, have helped me out, and it's like a win-win-win here. It's giving them experience, it gets me the things I want to get done, it's really fun. Like I said, I do love editing by myself. I probably still do it for a lot, like I still do it for, like, a lot of my projects here. Like, I still do it for a lot of my projects, and it's like, I don't know, like, it's really fun. I really do have fun with this stuff. So if you got friends that are willing to help you, like, don't be shy to say no, because help could go a long way. And I wasn't really the best for asking for help, but I know it's a bit ironic, because, like, I edit, but, because I've edited for other YouTubers too. So, like, hey man, I get it, There's just one thing that I've gathered. I'm having fun. Would you make an animation channel dedicated to fan-related work, or even your own for storytelling, like what Jaden Animation does? Oh, that's a really good question. I actually met Jaden Animation. She's really chill. Twice, actually. And she remembered me. I'm getting sidetracked, though. I would love to make, like, animation storytime videos. I just know that they probably take so fucking long to do, Like, they probably take months. Jaden Animation has, like, her own team. Actually, funny enough, like, I don't even know how long it would take, like, I yap a lot, so fuck it, that'd be something. I don't know if I would do a dedicated channel. I mean, I might, just to test out the waters and see how that goes, But I think I would probably put it on my own channel, more realistically. I think that would be nice. I'd love to do content like that. That would be really cool. Hit me up, artists. How old is Whiskey? Whiskey is 5 years old. What would you consider the state of your channel now? Dead. I'm kidding. Definitely not as active as it was before, I'll tell you that much. And it's probably just because people have their own lives to live, they got their own stuff to worry about, they're busy. I completely understand. I get it, I have noticed a lot of my recent videos, I don't want to sound like a downer, but they on a decline a little bit compared to before. It's hard to say, honestly. I really don't know. Maybe me relaxing a little bit, probably, algorithmically not the best, but at the same time, it's like, hey, I want to get good content out there for you guys, so, what else can I say? The current state of my channel, it's in an awkward situation, and I don't know how to get out of it, because it's a little bit weird. But what do I know? What's with all the anime girls? Oh boy. To be honest, not even I know.
I know how a lot of the anime fan art started.
I think I've said this story before, but I'll condense it down for you, for those that don't know. Back in 2017 or 2016, I believe, I got a question that was asked, which was, what's your favorite anime? And I made the horrible mistake of saying that I hated anime. I don't watch anime. I don't fucking know anything about, like, the anime culture and whatnot. I don't fucking know half of the shows or series or whatever, I think the only anime I really fucking had watched was, I think, Lucky Star, when I watched one episode of stream, because people were making references to it on the channel, and I didn't understand, didn't get it. So I watched one episode a day from it, which is ironically what PewDiePie did when people were making Phineas and Ferb references, and he didn't understand the memes, so he watched one episode every time he screams, so he's, wow, oh wow. And people oh man, hated me for saying that I hated anime. Like, what? How do you not? How do you not like it? You know, it just isn't for me. People out of spite, and now to this day, draw me in the anime style, and I can't complain, and I'm not gonna complain because they took time out of their day, you know, to draw to draw me. And they're really fucking really talented. So like, but to answer that one question, what's with all the anime go? I don't know. Unless you're referencing like my banner, then Siege drew my banner, and Siege actually drew that piece as a gift for me. She contacted as much as my female friends as she could, or as much as she can, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna draw this piece together." I was like, "I'm gonna draw you on here," and that's cool. And she showed us to everybody. It was just fucking crazy, and I just it said as my banner primarily because it was actually a Cookie's suggestion. I think she said something about it, and people were like, "Yes, do it." And so I was like, "All right, sure, whatever." So I did. It fits as a banner, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of your video ideas, and I've seen you put some of them into motion. Was wondering if this 2026 year you plan on releasing or being able to publish your ideas. I hope, you know. It would be nice. It would be nice. It just depends, but we'll see. Who is your oldest subscriber that is still active?
It's a really difficult one.
I do remember who my first subscriber was, but not really that active. That's a difficult one, because there's a lot. 3 people come to mind. Siege, because she's been around for a very long time. Ender has been here the longest. I remember him. I call him, it's either Michael or Ender because of his old YouTube channel name. He's been on this channel for a long time. Cookie has also been on this channel for a very long time too. Like, I remember she was like, "I'm planning on making a YouTube channel." And I was like, "Yeah, do it." And then she made a channel. I remember that very vividly. Then we have a lot of the OGs, you know, like Josh and No I Ghost. Bitterly even, I remember him. I mean, oh man, that's a tough one. What's the worst buy one, get one sale item of all time? Ooh, I got one. Right, this one isn't really a buy one, get one type of deal, but it's kind of funny, actually. So imagine this. Okay, hold on. I gotta think of a good example. Let's do coffee. Okay, here we go. Oh, man, would this be the word? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, you buy one coffee for the price of 2 and get a second one completely free. Oh, it's so bad. That's not even the fucking worst buy one, get one free. That's just fucking buying 2. I like that one. Fuck you, I like that one. That's my answer. That's the best one I've come up. I love that one. How does it feel being Emmy nominated and winning? Shocking, actually. I would have never thought in a million years that I would even, like let alone nominated and going to the Emmy ceremony. I would have never thought that would ever happen. And I gotta thank you guys for it. You guys have supported me doing YouTube videos and whatnot, you know? And like, it got me to the job that I was at now. It was just so, like, it's just so, it's crazy. I still cannot. Mr. Beast doesn't own an Emmy. PewDiePie doesn't own an Emmy. Like, it's holy fuck, man. Oh, dude, like, it's insane. But, you know, there's one thing that Maxwell and I are trying to do, and that's getting EGOT. We're gonna make it happen. Hi. Are you worried about the growth of AI usage in media, whether it be online or on television? How do you see the future, whether it be you or the industry itself, where AI becomes the dominant source of information and news? How do you think this can be combated as someone working for the news station? It's a very interesting question, and this may be a really hot take that I'm going to say, as someone with a computer science degree that kind of so interested in, like, computer science and just shit like this in general. I'm not that too concerned by it. I'm gonna try my best to explain this the best I can. This is gonna be heavily watered down here, but bear with me here. Too quite concerned by it because in a way, it's kind of just like Google search. Under this umbrella of context, hold on a second. In this example, we're pretty much using like the news, for example, right? Which is updating rapidly and changing rapidly, you know? And so we got writers that write articles for the web and whatnot, for example, right? And like, if somebody were to go to like ChatGPT or Gemini or whoever to ask it a question about recent events, either way, the AI is going to have to search the web to look for the recent events that will eventually find the article that was written by a human. Sure, it'll probably summarize it for you. A lot of these LLMs provide you sources and links to them for you to click on. And so people can very easily go to those links and read them themselves if they choose to. AI just helps it explain them in a more digestible way. Don't get me wrong, there's probably some articles out there that, like, for some viewers or some listeners or some readers is difficult for them to understand. So for them to ask an AI or ask an LLM to help explain it to them in a way, or to, help them summarize it for them, it can help with that in a digestible way for them to, understand the recent current news. And here's the thing, if you don't give AI any sort of access to the internet, it's just completely useless. If you were to ask it to ask any sort of recent news, it just wouldn't be able to. It won't be able to look at the fucking internet. So either way, a human is going to be involved in writing the article in order for someone to ask an AI, what's the recent news? You know what I mean? Unless you're talking about people using solely AI and not ever looking at the article, I could see how that could be a big concern for a multitude of reasons. You know what I mean? Because, like, AI is going to change no matter what, right? AI is going to improve no matter what. I hate to say it, but, like, it's just how it is, Like, I don't want to sound rude, but AI is here to stay with us whether we like it or not. And it's only going to get better as time progresses. And I know to some that's a very scary, world to see. And to some, it's probably very frustrating, And to me, knowing how this AI works, I'm not really too concerned by it because of the fact that there's always going to be some sort of level where a human is involved in some way, shape, or form. Depending on the context, of course, I completely understand. If AI does become the dominant source of information and news, then it's most likely going to be regurgitating, summarizing, and reading off of articles that were already written by humans. It just narrows it down to just complete laziness of people. And at the end of the day, I don't know, it's annoying, honestly. I have a love-hate thing with AI. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and be like, oh, haha, I've never used ChatGPT star. Like, no. I have used AI before for research purposes and just to fuck around with it to just see how the damn thing works. You know what I mean? I kind of hate it a little bit on the fact that we got people that complain about it and share why it's bad and say information that's just completely wrong because people choose to be ignorant. The fucking hot takes are coming in, all right? But then I also hate the people that just fucking glaze and just fucking suck AI's dick constantly, just dick riding it. It's just so annoying. Both sides of the spectrum just annoy the hell out of me. Fuck it, I'm going rogue here. And it's like, I'd love to make an updated version of my AI video as per the other question prior, but also at the same time, I just know there's going to be people like just going to choose not to listen to it, to just stay ignorant because they just don't like AI, I'm not going to sit here and judge because I don't like AI myself. I have a love-hate with AI. There's some things that I have found use in it, and there's some things that make me question as to why it even exists. And I think it's just the way on how a lot of this is advertised and how people are using it. I can sit here all day for it, but I don't know. I hate to be, let me know if you want me to make a video actually talking about and discussing AI a little bit more in depth, maybe making an update video to my AI video, I don't know how to better word this, It's 4 a.m. What do you want from me? I don't know. I think I'll end it off with this. There are some cool things that AI can absolutely help people with, and there are some things that people will absolutely abuse and just use it for fucking the most dumbest or even malicious intent. And that's kind of scary. That's the thing they have an issue with. Believe it or not, there are a time and place where I can see why people would want to use AI, We'd be here all day. I was like, that's all the questions on the Google forums, but we're not done yet, because on my Discord server, I told you guys to ask me your dying questions. What are you filming? This Q&A video. How many M&Ms would you have to purchase to build a tower that will reach to Mars? Need to know so I can gather some radioactive materials. Not on Earth, to finish off my time issue so I could go back to September 11, 2001 to warn everybody about the RAM shortage. Well, not all M&Ms are built the same way. I don't know, unless I say like 19 billion. Who would win in a game of chess? Someone who could see into the future or someone who could read the other player's mind? Also, will you be in 2026 XXL freshman freestyle? That's complete. Okay then. So there's a couple ways that I can probably see this. So the person that could see into the future will know who would win, but the person that would read their minds are also going to know who's going to win. So just play the fucking game, I guess. Or would it be if the person reads their mind, do they see the vision that the person from like that could see the future could see? Or like is it just gonna be completely just emptied? Like you know what I mean? Like let's say let's say these two people were playing chess, right? And the person sees into the future. They know who's gonna win. And we got the other guy that could read their minds is reading this guy's mind. Does he see? Or can he like if he can read his mind, he's not seeing the vision from the person that can see into the future. Do you know what I mean? Solo could see into the future. They're already going to know who's going to win. So probably that. Well, no, because if he can see into the future, he might see that he lost. It can go either way. Also, will you be in 2026 XXL Freshman Freestyle? I'm going to say probably not, because I cannot freestyle for shit. When will you wear wigs? Oh my god. People are not gonna fucking get that. People are not gonna get that. For context, I don't know if you know this though, but Agent Butterfly, her and we actually know each other in real life, and for context, we actually did theater together. I remember we had to wear wigs in like the plays that we did, right? But like I always hated them. I hated the wigs because like it just made my hair itch so much, and I did not like it. Although I do have a video in mind
where I might think about using a wig.
I haven't really put too much thought into that. Do you like it boiled or fried? It depends, Pixel Dude. What do you call a dinosaur that shrinks? Extinct. Okay, no, I goes, you're banned. What did the fish say after hitting the wall? Damn. This is my reaction right here. What do you call a cat with no eyes? A cat, cause it has the cat. It has no eyes. The letter, the cat. No, the cat. Fuck yeah. I'll be here all night. Plus, what are your thoughts on school funding being pulled even towards graduation program? I just took a completely 180. Okay, then. I need more context to know why. I feel like schools should be able to supply students to help them learn and get an education. I mean, for it being pulled, I think that's... When I was in college, I was giving them money, so what the hell that money's going to? I'm kidding, but I mean, whatever can get us good education, you know what I mean? What do you call a cow with no... Oh my god, no, I go ground beef. What do you... Words to live by. What are some more about you that we don't know about? Ooh, I know. I own a signed copy, a signed vinyl of the Love Trip. Well, actually, no, it's not mine. It's my parents, actually. And in the mall. What kind of content are you hoping / planning to focus on in 2026? To be honest, it's kind of a combination of just doing whatever the fuck I want, but also, I don't know, I've been really focused on making documentaries, or just content that's like, I don't know, I just want to upload shit, you know? Upload that, like, that I'd be proud of. I'm not saying I'm not proud of any of the content I made now, I just, like, I don't know, I really want to step up my game a little bit on here. Make it, you know, man, stuff that I like. Shit that makes me happy, I guess. You know, me having fun with it. Why did the question mark break up with the exclamation point? Oh, God. Because it felt... I'm banning you in the Lighthouse. I don't know how late I am to ask a question, but are you gonna actually start taking breaks? Stop overworking yourself. You plan on making projects bigger outside of YouTube after receiving an Emmy. Tatiana, what's up? Oh man, it's been a while since I've seen you. I got your message. I'm sorry for not responding. I will respond to you. Yes, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna take a break. You know, I'm gonna upload. I would love to upload more, like I said, but I do need to. It's gonna be a hard habit to break, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to do it. Okay, I'll try. And yes, I do plan on making projects bigger outside of YouTube. Hopefully. Because like I said, after receiving the Emmy is absolutely crazy. Have you ever thought about releasing an album in general? Kind of, yeah. I mean, it just depends if people want it, you know, to be honest with you. I think it'd be really fun, you know? So, following up on this, would you start a band? And if so, what would you seek? You can be as specific as possible if time allows, though. And what would it be? What would its debut album name be? That's a very interesting question. And fun fact, I actually used to be in a band all the way back in like 2012, 2011, you know, with just my friends, not like for like school or anything. But like I used to be in a band. To be honest, I mean, a lot of it was just like us playing a lot of Minecraft parodies back in the day. It's actually the same friends that you saw in my fantasy video are the same people that like had played in the band with me, you know. We used to call ourselves the Ender Pearls. I don't know why. We thought it sounded cool back then. That was like our own little band that we had going for like, you know, a really long time, like more than like a few years. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. So like if I would start back up, I don't know. So and that seems to be all of the questions. Wow, what a ride it's been.
What a crazy ride it's been.
Man, I'm getting a little bit tired, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, I think I explained everything I wanted to say. I hope so. I also do realize now that I will make this a lot more presentable, and hopefully by the time you see me sitting in this place, this will be all better. You guys see right here. I already have a little wooden board up here now with a couple of some shit. A couple of this stuff was from stuff that Siege gave me for Christmas and for like my birthday. So like Pog, I appreciate it. She was originally sent it to me through my P.O. box. But accidentally did not. Forgot. Whoopsies. And that's another thing too. Whatever you guys send me through my PO box, I will unbox it with the podcast that I was planning on bringing. I know I made a joke about it, but like it's something that like me, Lamb, and Gavin aren't unironically, you know, hoping on doing, you know. And you guys know the faithful cast. We fucking did this shit all the way back in 2015 before it was really even a thing now, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's really popular. Mostly it's a joke, so like, take it as you will, you know.
Here's an update on the fish tank. Look at these little guys. Got so many of them now. They all want to be on camera now. Look at that. They all want to be on camera. They all want to say hi. What up, gang? How y'all doing? Little guy right there. Bottom feeder fucking ass. There's a fish over there. What are you guys doing?
Oh, there's one snail, but I guess it just decided to chill right there.
Man, I might need to put a backdrop to hide all those fucking wires and whatnot, but yeah. Let me know what else we should put in here. I'm kidding.
I think it'd be really fun to unbox, see what kind of crazy shit you guys have sent me. I have not looked at all. Probably should. So hopefully I'll be able to do it this year. But if not, then it's okay. I will get to it, I promise. So without further ado, I think it's about time I end it off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I really like sometimes I think I have more to sing, but that's fine. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Peace.
Alright, cool. That was fun.